reception, I thought I'd film a little video about tricky words. I would like you to watch that blending video. They have daily blending videos. It is letters and sounds. The link I put the link on the learning log, and I know Annabelle's been using it. Thank you, Annabelle. See all the lovely words you were spelling. You were blending and spelling and segmenting when you pull them apart to spell and blend them to read. So that means you push them together. And I want you to continue doing them. Now the letters and sounds, sorry, it's on my knees, they're very, very similar to Jolly Phonics. So when you're watching that video, and it's on every day, you can choose a time, but as long as you go on to that site, you can do it every day. Something's making a funny noise behind me. I'm trying to move, I think it's my iPad. But you could do the actions when they're making the sounds. So that's I think really the big difference. Jolly Phonics, we always do the actions. Something else I want to remind you of, you've got your sound books at home, I want you to keep going through the sounds as much as you can to practice them. I know you know them, but sometimes we forget if we haven't practiced for a while. And when we're in class, I would do daily phonic lessons, and we're obviously missing out on them. That's why I want you to go online to those phonic lessons. Practice writing these. You've got your book to show you how to do it. But what I really want you to go through are the diagraphs. Remember, make sure you know all the diagraphs and you're practicing how to write them. So let's go through them all. I'm going to show you them. I'm going to have to put them down, remember? And we put our hand as uh-ooh, uh-ooh, uh-ooh. And we put our hands behind our back. Then we go uh-ooh, uh-ooh. And then this one, do you remember, is the rude clowns. And we go, we stick our tongue out. And you could do a short one. This is short. Can you see? This and that. So you have two t, this and, there's two th, sorry, this and that. So you stick your tongue out. And then our next one is this one. Do you remember? If I put it there, can you see it if I put it there? There we go. And it's keep going through them. And our next one, these two come together. But remember, they are two separate diagraphs. E, or. So if I put them there, whoops-a-daisy. There we go. Can you see that? Let's move them. Can you see if I go that way? No, I'm not very good with these. This teaching online. So we go E, O, E, O. You practice writing them for me. Next one, you're all really good at this one. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. I love this one. O, O, O. Keep listening. You can tune in to Jolly Phonics. I think they've got one on YouTube now. I'm going to have a little look at that this week. So keep looking on YouTube, and I think they've updated the songs so you can listen to the songs as well. But A, A, A. And that site, the blending site, the phonics site I sent you to, they do alternate A's in the reception lesson, but stick to this A for now. So that's the one we practiced, A. But there are different ways of writing that sound. So that's what you'll learn in the reception lesson. But make sure you tune into the blending lesson. That's the one I really want you to do as well as the reception. Ch, 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 ch. Remember the train? This one, qua, qua, qua. And what we do is we get our hands like a duck's mouth. And we go qua, 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 qua. It's quite a tricky one. These are the last few ones I taught you. Ow, ow. And again, if you are going on to that phonics daily lessons, in the reception one later on in May, you'll learn different ways of making that ow sound, because it makes the sound can be written in lots of different ways. So this one is ow, ow. Remember? You prick my thumb with a needle. Ow, 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 ow. You all love this one. Oi, oi, oi. This is probably one of our trickiest ones. Excuse the hair. You, do you remember? You, and you get you, a barbecue with you and you and you, you. When you went to the dentist and you go, ah, ah, ah. And then this is the mixer one. You put your hand again, you go, So if you could really keep practicing all those diagraphs, it's really important that you, sorry, I can see my hair then, terrible. You keep up with the diagraphs. And the other thing I wanted to go show you again, and I know we've done lots of tricky words, but I wanted to go back to the beginning because I haven't been with you for a long time. So I'm going to sit up because that's a terrible angle. So I want you to keep practicing these tricky words and not just reading them, because we know lots of them. We've been working doing lots and lots of work in class on these. But I want you to make sure you practice writing them as well. So that one is I. So these are the tricky words for this week that I want you to practice. And I want you to try and write them in a sentence in your yellow book. So I would really like you to focus on writing and make sure you're using your finger spaces, sorry, and holding your pencil nicely. So starting with a capital letter, using a tricky word, holding your pencil nicely and putting finger spaces in between. And remember what comes at the end of your sentence? A full stop. So that's I. That's the tricky word. One tricky word I want you to learn to spell. We've done a lot of work on this one. The. And do you remember why it's tricky? Because that letter, we don't sound that letter out. The next one, and these all rhyme. Me. And why is that one tricky? Do you remember? Because that sounds like the E diagraph, but the reason it's tricky is it only has one air at the end. E. So you don't write two, only one. Has it got blue tack, that one? No, so I'm going to have to leave that there. Whoops. Get some blue tack for that one. Oh, it's fallen off. There we go. Me. And then these are all rhyming. So we. Again, you think it's got the E diagraph and it doesn't. It's only got one air. We. And then we've got she. Oh, blue dot. There we go. And you know what the next one is. He. So I'm going to pop that there. So if you could practice writing those words in a sentence, practice spelling them first, and then what you can do is write them in a sentence as well. And if you can do he, I, the. Well, can you see I? I don't know if you can. There we go. Let's move this screen so you can see it. I, the, he, me, we, she. Then you can spell be. I would like to be a footballer when I grow up. I would like to be a princess. I would like to be back in school with you. So try and write those sentences. I'm going to write that down as a learning log activity, and I'll post this then on Wednesday. By then I've done my hair. Take care, practice, and remember, really keep that reading writing, tricky words and sounds going is so important. And then lots and lots of work on number. We're going to be working with money, with coins this week. Take care.